Hello, please welcome to Zebra S.L.T media. Today I would like to show you how you can make very lovely jollof. You see, it's kind of that word comes from around West Africa, but as well in East Africa, we call it like pilau. So today I'm going to make you this jollof or pilau with two types of meat. So first of all, I have chicken here and I have beef. This is steak, so I don't want them to compete in the time of cooking. I want them to be only 15 minutes cooking, and that will be it. So I have here my chicken. What I've done is I've washed my chicken, but I do put my chicken in salted water and the meat to wash it, because I don't know which process passed through, so I just want to make sure it is very clean. But in that process, I don't add salt when I'm cooking it, because the meat will have absorbed salt. Yes, it's people who don't like eating salt or cooking with salt, that's the way I do it. So let's start now. I'm going to put my meat in. So I put my meat in. I try my level best not to touch raw meat, because you never know. So my meat is gone in. You never know when you have a cut. So I'm now going to add my steak, which is beef. So because tender steak is going to take the same time as the beef, as chicken to cook. So I don't want to spend a lot of time. Just imagine I'm coming from work, I'm going to cook dinner for the family. I don't want something that's going to take my time. So here I'm going to add dry mushrooms. These are Japanese mushrooms, dry ones, just to give it flavor as well. And now I will be adding I'll be adding my chopped onions, and there is leek in there as well, just to give it flavor, to make sure that the meat is going to be flavored. And now I'm going to add a thyme. The other herbs, I'm going to use them on a different stage. So I've added my thyme in here, and I put a small leaf of all these. All these are grown in my garden, so that is curry leaf. I'm going to put only one chili at the moment for putting the heat on. And I'm going to add grated garlic and ginger. So ginger here and grated garlic goes in, just to give it flavor. So at this present time, I'm not putting in oil at all, so I won't be using oil. So now this is in. I've mixed up all the spices I want to put in, but I'm going to go through them. That's why I've left them there, so you can see them. So I'm going to drop all these in here. It doesn't matter. You can use whatever spices you have, but don't put yourself on stress. I have them, but you might not. So I'm not saying you can't afford them, but what I'm saying, you can use whatever spices you have in the house. So at the moment, this is my own mixed herbs at home. And it is, I can't read without my glasses, paprika. And so I've got white pepper, and I have got black pepper grinded, and I have my own. This one I make it seasonally. I grate carrots and all the other herbs I want, ginger, and I put ginger, garlic. And I roast it, and I put rosemary. You can see a stick of rosemary in there. So that's one of the things I put in. And I've got curry powder, and I have got ginger, and I have got these and I have this is a grounded cumin. And this is masala. This is my mixed herbs. And what else haven't I shown? Turmeric. And I had grated ginger. And and I put cayenne pepper as well. But I don't know I put the cayenne pepper, but cayenne pepper, you know cayenne pepper. So I've used all those herbs, and so now I'm going to cover and let it simmer for about a few minutes. Call it maybe 10 minutes to just put the flavors together before you put water to make juice for so that your meat will have, because when you're making it you need to have liquid to cook it with. So I'll leave you at that, and now I'm going to be showing you the second process, which is already should be started, but I'm going to show it now because I recorded it first, because I need everything to be ready at the same time. But I'm going to show you how I did that process. Okay. Or maybe I'll say that is the next thing, but I don't have time to keep having to stand to like go back. I need everything to be ready at the same time. So I'm going to reduce here the temperature, and I want this to be cooking. So I'll be back in a minute to show you how I'm doing this sauce. I'm going to do the tomatoes and everything else to put in the oven. Okay, so I'm going to put a generous amount of water in my meat. You can see, so I've covered all the meat, so I want to get enough broth to cook the rice, because this concentrated. Cook it very slowly, and if you're using like chicken, like example for me now today I'm using chicken and steak, so I wanted everything to be ready at the same time. And now, so because when it goes to frying I don't want it to be falling apart, so if you're using a soft meat, please don't cook it for more than 15 minutes, or even if you want you can do it less, because you still want to be able to eat the chicken rather than when it is falling off. So I'll leave this to cook. So I'm going to take you back to what I said earlier, that because I want everything to be ready at the same time, so I do this one fast. I do put the stuff which will make the paste, you know, like tomato puree, but what will make the paste fast, I put them in the oven. So I had to do this for you separately. So I'm going to put this in the oven. They take 40 minutes, or probably, depending on your oven. Mine, it takes about 40 minutes. So by the time this is finished, this is going to be ready, because I've already put it in, but I'm going to show you this as an example. I'm going to use this tomorrow. So in my paste, you can use whatever you have in your house. At the moment, I've got a whole garlic, 2 onions, tomatoes. I have cherry tomatoes. I'm using whatever I have in the house. Peppers and leek. So I'm going to shove this in the oven and cook them for 40 minutes, and then I'll show you when I've finished what happens next. So I'm going to put them in a blender and blend them up. Make sure that, so once you've cooked this, the garlic, the peels will come off. You just push it out and they all fall out. I'll show you the process how it happens. And the onions, the peel will just come off. So I'll blend everything, and that will be my paste for my rice. So let's start this now. Then I'm going to put this in the oven right now, and we wait for 45 minutes. I could actually put a little bit of salt, but it depends, because I don't want to put so much salt on this food, because the reason I soak my meat in salt, so I don't want food to be so salty and people can't eat it, because people won't enjoy it if it's so salty. So you saw what I've done. I'm going to put some oil. So drizzle oil everywhere. Drizzle the oil. And once you've taken them out, if you feel the oil is too much, because it's going to support it to be in the oven too, it gives it that smokiness. That's the whole thing you're looking for, because once they're in the oven, they'll turn up like, they have a different texture, by the way. I don't know how to explain it, but you may do, and if you do, please leave it in the comment. So I put them in the oven. After 40 minutes, I take them out, put them in the blender, then I'm making the sauce. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you, we can, if you don't have an oven, don't stress about it. I will show you another way of doing it. You can do it back home in Africa. We had you can have a cooker, but it doesn't have an oven. We used to do it totally different. I come from Africa, so we used to do it totally different. We'll cover it, and then you put the charcoal and everything on top. But I'm going to show you the whole process. Okay, so I'll put this in the oven, and let's go. Thank you for watching Zibri, S.L.T. Media. Thank you.